Before starting the tutorial, I would like to mention that you can use any kinds of granny squares to make your own book sleeve or maybe iPad cover, like heart granny square or star granny square. But what you have to do is you will have to make a total of 4 or 8 squares and then start watching my tutorial from how to attach the squares and repeat the pattern until the end. Now let's start off by making a magic ring. Leave a long or short tail and then wrap the yarn around your fingers like this. And then insert your hook and do the loops. Pull the second loop to the front and twist it. Then make 2 chains, 1, and then to make another chain, yarn over and pull through the loop and you got the second chain. For round 1 you will have to make 12 double crochets into the magic ring, and to make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, pull the yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops and you make 1 double crochet. To repeat the pattern of round 1, make a total of 12 double crochets into the magic ring. When you finished making 12 double crochets, pull the tail of the ring and the ring will be closed. And to complete round 1, make a slip stitch into the second chain of chain 2. That chain 2 is the very first 2 chains that you made after making a magic ring. And to start round 2, make 1 chain, and then to make a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, pull the yarn, and then yarn over and pull through the first 3 loops, all 3 loops, and you will get a half double crochet. And then after that, into the next stitch, you will have to make a total of 4 double crochets. All that 4 double crochets will be in that next stitch, in the same stitch together. So make 4 double crochets together in one stitch, and then after that make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet into the same stitch. And then after that make 1 single crochet into another stitch, and after this 1 double crochet we will make a single crochet increase into the next stitch. So for the single crochet increase you will have to make 2 single crochets in one stitch, and then after that make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Then to repeat the another half, make 1 half double crochet and then make 1 single crochet increase. And now we're gonna be repeating the pattern in reverse that we have made. So now we're making the single crochet increase, and then after that make 1 single crochet in this stitch into the next stitch, and then after that make 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet together into the next same stitch, and then make 4 double crochets together into the next stitch. So make 4 double crochets in the next same stitch. I would like to say, if my tutorial is really fast, please slow down the video speed in the second, because I don't really want my tutorials to be very long, and that is the reason why I'm moving a little bit fast. And after 4 double crochets, make 1 half double crochet, and to complete round 2, make a slip stitch into the very first half double crochet that you made. So now round 2 is finished. I will also drop the link of another strawberry granny square crochet tutorial if you don't understand mine, so check it out in my description box. And to start round 3, make 1 chain, and then after that make single crochet in the first stitch. That single crochet 2 means you will have to make 1 single crochet for 2 times, and now I made the first single crochet, and then for the second one make it into the next stitch, so you got 2 single crochets. And then after that, you will have to make single crochet increase for 3 times. This means that you will have to make single crochets, 2 single crochets in one stitch for 3 times. So I finished one time, and now I finished the second one, and now I'm making the third one. So I finished making single crochet increases for 3 times, and then after that, make single crochets for 5 times. That means you will have to make a single crochet each in the next 5 stitches. And then after that, make 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. After that, make 1 chain, and if you are scared that you will not be able to find that 1 chain again, put a stitch marker on that chain, and then after that, make 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet together into the next stitch. And we will repeat the pattern in the reverse way. So make single crochets for 5 times again, and then after that, make single crochet increases for 3 times. You will have to make 2 single crochets in one stitch for 3 times. So now I finished making single crochet increases, and then after that, make a single crochet each in the 2 stitches, 1 and then 2. After that, make a slip stitch in the first single crochet that you made, and then chain 1 and cut the yarn. Then don't forget to secure the yarn at the back of your strawberry. I would like to say, if you are struggling to make this strawberry granny square, don't give up easily, because this square consists of like almost all the basic crochet stitches, so it will be challenging for you if you don't really familiar with the stitches. So yeah, now let's move on to making the square. So now we got the strawberry base, and then to make the square, grab your white yarn and then make a slip knot. So you will have to make a knot like this, and then we will attach that loop on the chain 1. If you put a stitch marker, you will find it easily, but if you don't, find the bottom of the strawberry and the middle of it, and there will be a little space here, and that is the chain 1 space. You will have to attach the knot at the chain 1. So insert your hook into the back loop of the stitch, so like this, and then pull through the loop, and then chain 1. For round 4, make the first single crochet in the same space that you attach the loop, that you attach the yarn. So insert your hook into the same stitch, and then pull the yarn over and pull through the 2 loops, and you made 1 single crochet. And then after that, chain 2 and skip 3 stitches here, 1, 2 and 3, and in this 4th stitch, make 3 double crochets, but in the back loop. So in the 4th stitch of the back loop, make 3 double crochets. Remember, in this round we will be working all the stitches in the back loop only. So here, make 3 double crochets, and then after that, chain 2, and then make 3 more double crochets into the next stitch. You will have to make into the next stitch, not into the same stitch. So here in the next stitch and into that back loop, make 3 double crochets. After 3 double crochets, chain 2. I only made 1 chain in this tutorial and I know, but chain 2, and then after that skip 2 stitches and then make a single crochet in 1 stitch and another single crochet into the next stitch. After 2 single crochets, make 2 chains again. Even though I only made 1 chain in this tutorial, I would like to suggest you to make 2 chains because it will be easier for you when you walk another round. So yeah, and then after that skip 2 stitches and then make 2 single crochets and a half double crochet together into the next stitch. So here I made 2 single crochets and a 1 half double crochet together, and then after that chain 2 and into the next stitch you will have to make 1 double crochet and 2 half double crochets together in that same stitch. This round will be a little bit tricky for you guys, but after this round the normal granny square round will come, so don't worry so much, just stick to me I would say. And after 2 half double crochets, chain 2 and then skip 2 stitches and make 2 single crochets. I mean make a single crochet for 2 times. If you're making these 2 single crochets, those 2 must be in the middle of the top of the strawberry, so like this. And then after that make 2 chains and skip 2 stitches, make 2 half double crochets and 1 double crochet together in that stitch. So 2 half double crochets, and now I'm making 1 double crochet together in that stitch, and then after that chain 2, 1, 2, and then make 1 half double crochet and 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So I'm making 1 half double crochet and now the single crochet for 2 times together in that same stitch, and then after that chain 2 again and skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet in the first stitch and another single crochet into the next stitch. Don't worry, we are going to finish this pattern. Now chain 2 again, and then after that make 3 double crochets into the third stitch. So after chain 2, skip 2 stitches and make 3 double crochets into the third stitch. And then after that chain 2 again and make 3 double crochets into the next same stitch. You will have to make those 3 together into the next same stitch. And now we reach the start point, and to end this row, chain 2 and skip all the stitches between them. To say it precisely, skip 3 stitches and make a single crochet into the same stitch that you attach the yarn, and then after that make a slip stitch into the first single crochet that you made. And now this squaring first round is finished. Another round will be super easy, don't be worried. Another round is the same with the normal granny square round, so if you're familiar with making the granny square, you will be able to make it easily. And now make a slip stitch one more time again, and then after that let's start making the granny square round. Chain 2 and make 2 double crochets into the gap, this gap, and then after that chain 1, and now this is the corner, and for this corner, for every corner you will have to make 3 double crochets and then chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the same corner in every corner. I will say again, for every corner you will have to make 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So this is the pattern for the corner. When you finished making the corners, there will be the gaps between them. So to make those gaps, chain 1 and make 3 double crochets in that gap. After 3 double crochets, chain 1. If there's another gap, make 3 double crochets again. And when you finished 3 double crochets, don't forget to add chain 1. So that is the pattern for the gap. And now I reached the corner, so I will repeat the corner pattern. And here for the gap, I will repeat making 3 double crochets and chain 1 in every gaps. And for the corner, I will repeat the corner pattern. And this will be the pattern of the granny square. So just repeat making double crochet groups and you will get like this. To end this round, which is round 5, make a slip stitch into the second chain of chain 2 here like this, and then after that chain 1 and cut the yarn and then pull up the hook. So if you don't want the granny square to be bigger, you can stop here, but if you want bigger granny square, maybe for your laptop or maybe other things, then I will show you how to add this round. So for round 6, make 3 chains and then move into the next gap and make 3 double crochets. So this will only be the different pattern for the rest, only this here, but the rest will be the same, like the corner and the gaps pattern will be all the same with the round 5 pattern. Make the corner pattern in the corner and make 3 double crochet groups in each gap and you will get like this. And now you reach the start point, and for here you will have to make 2 double crochets into the same stitch that you make a slip stitch, and then after that make a slip stitch in this gap and you add another round. If you still want bigger, you can repeat round 5 and round 6 until you get your desired measurements. But now I will stop here, but actually I already stopped at round 5. To add the leaves on the strawberry, make a slip knot with green yarn and then attach it into the next stitch beside the corner. So here this is the corner, this is the corner, and insert it into the next stitch of the corner just beside the corner, and then after that attach the loop and chain 1. For this strawberry leaves, we will be working on the front loops. So now chain 1 and then insert your hook into the next front loop here. So this is the front loop, and then make a slip stitch. Again, make another slip stitch into the next stitch. After making slip stitches for 2 times, chain 4, 2, 3, and 4, and then skip the very first chain and make a slip stitch into the second chain. Make a slip stitch each in every chain, so there will be 3 slip stitches on this chain 4. So I made 3 slip stitches now, and then skip this one and make a slip stitch into the next stitch. You will have to make slip stitches for 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. I made 3 slip stitches, and then after that chain 5, and then make a slip stitch into the 6th stitch, not the 6th chain but the 6th stitch, which is the third slip stitch that you made. So make a slip stitch into the third slip stitch. I know it sounds a little bit tricky, but you know, it is what the pattern means. So make a slip stitch into the 6th stitch, I would say 6th stitch, and then make 5 chains again and make a slip stitch into the 6th stitch. So you will have to repeat this for like 5 or 6 times depending on the slip stitches that you made on the strawberry. So I repeat this for 5 times. I skipped the last slip stitch. I will show you because it is a little bit too tight to walk, so I skipped that stitch. So there will be only 5 times that I repeat this pattern, which is making 5 chains and making a slip stitch into the 6th stitch. Here, this is the very first stitch that you attach the yarn, and it is a little bit hard to walk because it is really tight. So if you can make the 5 chains and the slip stitch in the 6th stitch, just cut the yarn and weave in the ends and just leave that stitch. It's okay if you leave it, don't worry so much. After cutting the yarn, don't forget to weave it at the back of the strawberry. And now the leaves are finished. To add the seeds on the strawberry, use a white thread with your tapestry needle and add vertical lines, like tiny seeds, not really long lines, like, you know, tiny lines, but vertically. Also, don't forget to secure the thread after sewing the seeds. For me, I just tied the 2 tails together at the back of the strawberry, and this is how I secured the thread. Now I will show you how to attach the squares together. You can make as many squares you want. For me, I only made 4 squares. And now I will show you how to attach those together. So make a slip knot. And then attach the yarn. Actually, add anywhere you want. I will attach it at the top, right here. For me, I will be making slip stitches all along to attach the squares, and I will be sewing only the inner loops, like here, the inner loops, and I will make slip stitches in those inner loops. So hold your granny squares together, 2 together like this, and make slip stitches into the inner loops like this. So just make slip stitches all along. So now you know how to attach the granny squares together, and for me, I will sew the 4 squares together, but for the other 2, I will sew them upside down. So when I fold the square, these 2 will look right at the back. So this is what I mean. And here I sew vertically and I cut the yarn, and then after that fold it and start sewing from one top to another top. So you will not need to cut the yarn, you can just sew it in a straight line like this. You can just sew it without any pause. So here I got like this. You can add more squares on top of this, but I don't really want my mini messenger bag to be big, so I will just stop here and I will add some double crochet rows. So make 2 chains and then make 1 double crochet in each stitch. Just keep making double crochets in each and every stitch until you reach the start point. If you don't want to crochet in the chain 1 space, you can skip it. Just make double crochets on the double crochets of the granny squares. So I made one double crochet round, and in this seam, which is the sewing part, I add 3 double crochets. I think 2 double crochets would be better, but you can add as many as you want. Now I reached the start point, and I will make a slip stitch into the second chain of chain 2. So if you are adding double crochet rows to make your bag bigger or whatever, make 2 chains at the start of the round, and don't forget to make a slip stitch at the end of the round. For the rest, make 1 double crochet in every stitch. For me, I add a total of 6 rows, 6 double crochet rows, but if you want bigger, you can add more rows. But if you want maybe smaller or shorter, you can add less rows. So now I finished making 6 rows of double crochets, and here actually I make a slip stitch and cut the yarn to change the cover of the bag, but in the end I ended up using just white cover. So if you want to change the cover color, cut the yarn and make a slip stitch and attach the yarn at the folded part of the bag. So now I attached the yarn at the folded part, and then chain 2 and make 1 double crochet in each stitch until you reach another folded part. If you're using another color or maybe the same color with your bag, just follow this pattern for the cover. Chain 2 at the folded part and then make a double crochet each until you reach another folded part. So now I've reached another folded part, and I will add 2 chains to start a new row and make a double crochet each in every stitch for this row too. So for this cover, you will have to just make a double crochet in each stitch, and when you reach the end of the row, chain 2 and turn your work and add a double crochet in each and every stitch. And depending on your length of your cover that you want, you can add more or less rows. For me, I add a total of 6 double crochet rows, and this is how I make the cover. So just keep making double crochet rows until you get your cover length that you desire. When you finished repeating the rows that you want, this is the last row. Chain 1 and turn your work and make a single crochet in each stitch, but when you reach the middle, we will make a buttonhole. So make 1 single crochet each until you reach the middle. When you reach the middle, leave the middle 2 or 3 stitches and then make 3 or 5 chains depending on the size of your button. So for me, I made 3 chains, I think 5. No, just 3 chains, and then skip the middle stitches, and then after that, single crochet each until you reach the end. When you reach the end, chain 1 and cut the yarn and weave in the ends inside the cover, and your messenger bag or maybe book sleeve or maybe iPad sleeve is finished. Also, don't forget to sew a button for your bag. So here, this is a tiny pouch that I made using the strawberry granny square pattern, and for this I made 2 granny squares and then I attach them and I add 3 double crochet rounds on top of them, and for the cover I add 3 double crochet rows, and this is how I made a mini strawberry pouch. Here I added a little bead charm to decorate my book sleeve or maybe iPad cover. And now the tutorial is finished. I hope you will be able to make your own book sleeve or maybe iPad cover using this pattern or maybe other designs of the granny squares. But if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to give a big thumbs up and also click on the subscribe button so I can upload more in the future. And also don't forget to follow me on social media. And with that being said, see you all in my next video. Bye bye!